Hey guys, welcome back. For this week's video, I'm going to keep it short and sweet and show you guys what I carry in my everyday bag. To start with, I'll talk about the kind of bag I like to use and why. So whether you call it a purse or a handbag, my preference for years and years has been to use a crossbody bag. And this is for a number of reasons, but probably the number one reason is because I have weirdly sloped shoulders that don't seem to want to hold up a regular bag of any kind that just stays on one shoulder. It just falls right off. So having this crossbody bag makes my life so much easier. It just sits. I don't have to do anything or worry about it or think about it. I also feel like it's less easy for someone to steal. I have access to my arms. I can now do anything I want with them. It's easier to go from my car to my apartment. I can carry other things. I can have really animated conversations with somebody if I want. I have access to all my stuff right here easily. I don't have to take it off and like plop it on a counter at like a cash register as I'm trying to check out and like sift through all my things and trying to find my cards to pay with or my cash or my checks. Who still does that? While everyone else is waiting in line behind you, like, so don't be that person. Anyways, moving on. I'm not really much for brands, but this particular brand is a Rossetti crossbody bag. I got it at Kohl's, which has kind of been the place I've gone to for years to get my crossbody bags for some reason. They usually last a pretty long time, and this is kind of the size and shape that works best for my body. Sometimes when they are too wide, I just feel like they sit weirdly and I just don't think they're comfortable. This is probably the smallest one I've had. I like to think I'm pretty minimalistic, but I have crammed quite a bit in here, so it might not hurt to go a little slightly bit bigger on this bag next time I want to replace it. But anyways, let's move on and talk about what I carry in my bag. So probably the number one thing that's always going to be in my bag is my cell phone. And currently I always have a face mask in my bag. And right now I have two different pairs of glasses that I carry with me in my bag. I have a pair of prescription sunglasses and regular prescription glasses. They do take up a little more room than I would like. I have carried them both in one case before, which I kind of prefer, but I feel like they will last longer if I separate them. Long story short, yes, glasses. I always have a pack of tissues with me, lotion, sanitizer. Of course, I always have my keys, and on my keys I actually have a portable straw, which I showed in another video. It's so that I'm not constantly getting plastic straws every time I buy a beverage somewhere. It's reusable, rewashable, and it has this little case that it comes in, so I just keep that on my keychain. So I was just thinking about how I have extra keys on here that I definitely no longer use and I could get rid of, and it would make my purse a little bit lighter and my keychain a little bit less bulky. Like, I have a key to a business that I no longer work at. I have a storage unit key for a storage unit I no longer have. So definitely could go through those and lighten the load a little bit there. I like to put all of my medicine into one little capsule. So I have Tylenol and like Tums, various things that I would need in this little container here. And I like to carry little mints with me. I think that they have discontinued these though. Altoids, what the heck? These are my favorite, and they were so small and compact, and I liked that they could fit in my bag and not take up much room. I have my chapstick. I don't always have this brand, I just kind of rotate around, but always gotta have my chapstick. I have a little microfiber cloth that I like to use for my glasses to clean them with. Sometimes I'll carry a tube of lipstick with me if I need to reapply the lipstick I'm wearing. And if it is something where I am bringing my lipstick in my bag, that probably means I'm going to somewhere where I need to look presentable. So I will often have my translucent powder to help with the shine, because the shine is real with this one. And the last thing in this kind of main compartment is a pair of headphones for my phone. And that's everything that's kind of in the main compartment here. So this isn't always going to be the case with my bags, but since I have two zippers on the outside of this bag, I usually put my change in this bottom pocket here, and I like to carry just a little tiny bit because it really makes your bag a lot more heavy when you have a lot of change. It's just like, I can totally feel the difference when I have like $15 worth of change. In this middle compartment, I usually keep my cards. So here they are. I think it's easiest to access them that way. I don't actually have a wallet. I used to carry one with me, but it took up like half my bag, and if this is the size of my bag, why would I do that? So usually bags will have an inside compartment as well. In the inside compartment, I usually keep feminine hygiene products, but also I will keep things like Band-Aids because I like to be prepared in case there's an emergency. So I have one in almost every size, just in case. I have a Shout Wipe and Go, which is helpful if you have a stain on your clothes. I have a few chewable tablets here for if I'm having kind of an allergic reaction to something. Not really a fan of taking pills, so I have the chewable tablets. Let's not get into that today. I also like to carry a few cough drops with me. These are the Ricola, kind of herbal, you know, they soothe your throat if you're having a dry throat or a sore throat. And lastly, I have a hair tie in here because you always need a hair tie. Also, one last thing that is at the bottom of my bag here that I didn't feel or see when I was going through everything is a pen. Gotta have a pen, so that completes everything that I bring with me pretty much at all times. I feel like this is what works for me, but I'm sure a lot of people don't need to bring this much stuff, and some people need to bring so much more with them. But really, all of this together, my bag is very light and easy to transport. However, I will say that it is always a hassle to try to get to my keys. I feel like they always just settle at the bottom of my purse and I have to kind of take everything out to get to them, and it just without a fail always happens. But I feel like that's always been a problem no matter what size bag I have anyway. So yeah, that covers everything I carry with me in my everyday bag. This was a nice change to do a weekly video about something that you guys requested. I kind of weirdly like talking about being organized and sharing what works for me. Obviously, not everything is gonna work for you, but if you have ideas for the future, let me know. If you are enjoying these weekly videos, I hope that you will consider liking and subscribing to my channel. It gives me a better idea of how to move forward with the content I create. But that's gonna do it, guys, for this week's video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have an awesome weekend and see you next week.